What's up everyone, it's the Action Figure Freak once again, and yeah, it's time for another Marvel Legends action figure review from the Marvel Legends Superhero Secret Wars line. I don't know, all of these figures look like absolute bangers, except the Beyonder figure, but we'll open these, or the rest of these in a while. But yeah, for now we get the Symbiote Spider-Man, so let's get this thing opened. And here he is right out of the box, and I can instantly understand why so many people call this a all-time classic Marvel Legends. This is such a good figure from what I've seen so far, and I didn't even pose it or move it on any kind of way. So yeah, that's mostly the figure. It's looking really good. It has all the articulation it needs and all the accessories, but we'll come to that in a second. At first, as always, let's talk about the articulation. So, to the articulation, first up, which is super nice, we've got a vertical hinge on the head. I love it. Then we got butterfly joints. These are probably... No, they are actually working pretty good. On the back side, not too good, but I mean, we could still trim the pins. Everything is still pretty stiff on this figure, so that bothers me a little bit, but we'll come to that in a second. Ball jointed shoulders, which is absolutely awesome. We get double jointed pinless elbows. I love it. Horizontal hinges on probably all the hands. So on the fists we got some. So the upper chest swivel moves pretty okay. To the back pretty far. To the front actually more than I thought. We got the lower ab crunch, which is amazing. No hip swivels. Ball jointed legs here. Swivels up on here. Double jointed pinless knees. A lot of parts are really stiff, but I think that will go away after a while. Swivels here on the shin, which is just amazing. Normally we just get that on boot characters. Vertical hinges on the feet, as well as swivels. So the articulation is absolutely fire. To the accessories, I would say let's start with the bad ones. So like that plate, we got these on every character. These are a reference to the older Secret Wars figures, so they copied the old line and made them into good new figures, and they got these pins too. So we got here one side to grab for each figure and one side to clip on the arms. Let's see if it's too small. No, fits right in pretty good, pretty easy. So here we got the Symbiote Spider-Man on one side, and on the other side we get Peter Parker. I think these images are really bad. You can always see the other side of it through one of these pictures. Like here you can see the smile and the eyes through the mask. Whatever you do, you'll always see something through it. And also on the Peter side, you can't really get it in. Same was on the Wolverine. It's not really cool. So yeah, we can take that thing out and replace it with another one. So here is the Superhero Secret Wars 40 years anniversary, I think so at least. So yeah, that's the bad accessories. So let's go over to the cool ones, and that's amazing. Like here we get these squinted eyes, the angry eyes of the Symbiote Spider-Man. These are just pretty nice with the expression here on the eyebrows. He got two fists on, as you can see. Also, we get two of these spider hands, which is just amazing. And that's not even all. We get two opened hands. I mean, the only thing Hasbro could have included more is something like web pieces, but I mean, they usually don't do that. So we got everything on that figure that's needed. I mean, like, that's amazing. I won't talk about the details today. gotta say that. Since there isn't much, I mean, it's a fully black figure. The only details are here. The facial expression, I think they nailed it absolutely. And on the butterfly joints on the back, we've got like that spider logo continuing on his back. That was executed pretty good, I would say. And like here, these little triangles on his hands. There isn't much as you can see. So let's just jump right into the rating from 1 to 10. So here's a pretty quick pose for the rating. As you can see, that figure can move pretty good, looks pretty nice. I think this figure gets a solid 9.5 out of 10. As I've said, they could have included like web pieces, some accessories like that. But I mean, they absolutely nailed everything else on the figure. We got like the perfect articulated Spider-Man symbiote version. We got an interchangeable head. I wouldn't believe if someone told me about rumors of the figure here that we get an interchangeable head. I wouldn't even believe it. So like we got everything that we need. And the other thing is, if we compare it to the last one, sorry for the bad audio when I go away from my recording setup. Here is the older one from the Sandman Baf. I mean, we got a few other ones between that and this one. But even though the color looks on a few parts a little better. Do you see that? Do you see that? For all my subscribers that watched the Sandman Baf review, remember when I ripped that arm out? That has one simple reason. Let me try. As you see, that joint here is stiff as hell. I've put so much silicone oil, shock oil into there, and it wouldn't help. And on this side, when I did this Sandman Baf review, it just ripped out. No chance. That's the thing, like, as I said, this one is still stiff, but I didn't took any shock oil so far. And even though I said the colors on this one looks slightly better, that matte tone here on the right one is just, I think, more accurate. It has something to it. And the other thing is, even though these ball joints also have their issues to go fully up in a T pose, they move at least without breaking the butterfly joint. And I think they also use another technique for the butterfly joints nowadays. So like, that figure is amazing. Rating 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Because like, as I said, we get everything that we need. And that on a normal price scale, like 30 euros around Europe, or I think 20 up to 22 in America. That's freaking cheap. That's pretty good for a figure like that. And with that, since that's pretty much all for today, I hope you could like and subscribe for more like this. Hope you have an awesome day. And since that's pretty much all for today, it's finally time to say action out. So yeah, goodbye.